Well, with almost half of our nation's workforce now being women, female employees aren't exactly a rarity, but it is a big change from past decades. In 1900, fewer than 20% of women participated in the labor market, while today that number is around 75% and growing. And many of those jobs are in what were male-dominated fields. Our next story takes us just outside of El Reno to meet a young lady who, thanks to the efforts of a dedicated instructor, is literally working in what used to be a man's field.
Spinning her way into the dirt is not where one would expect to see a young woman like Jessica Weingart.
I really enjoy it. I like working with the people that I work with and, kind of being back to my roots of small town. What that was for exactly?
Roots that she now uses at crop production services, where she works as a sales consultant.
I sell chemical fertilizer and seed to farmers. I also consult, do diagnosis of disease, insects, that sort of thing, and then help to solve the problem with, the chemical that's going to fit that problem. That can also go back to whatever crop they're looking at going to in the future and take all of those things into consideration.
And consideration is extremely important to her job because farmers depend on her decisions.
If you mess up a chemical application or, you don't get the fertilizer needs right, their yields aren't going to be there and they're not going to have the productivity to even put in their, next crop. It's really important that you get those things right. If you don't get a disease diagnosed correctly, then, you could have a failure.
But farmers don't need to worry about failure with Jessica toiling in their soil, says her teacher, Keith Brownback from Caddo-Kiowa Technology Center.
It's been a great experience. She's been a very good student. She's in the curriculum. You can go back and retake the test, or the quizzes, and in that curriculum. And she would score well the first time, but she would go back and take them until she got it right.
I'm going out because they have a problem generally, unless they just, they're looking to go in with the crop and they want a soil sample. Then we'll do that sort of thing where we go and take a soil sample, we'll figure out what their nutritional, needs are for that crop. But other than that, it's if they have an insect problem, if they have a disease problem, and they're not sure what that is and they need some help.
Help that isn't traditionally from a woman, but help that she is excited to have the opportunity to give.